With all our hearts, we pray and ask. God bless Anambra. God bless the shining light that we bear.
Manifested because of your support. So I immensely, very immensely appreciate yourselves for the dedicated service you've rendered to Anambra State. I asked you to bring on the medals for those that didn't get their medals yesterday. I'm sorry, we mixed it up. Yesterday, most of you stayed back and they were decorated. Most of you left when you felt that the medal will not be given to you, as I earlier said. So I asked them to bring those medals. We also have tie pins plenty, so you take like 3, all of you. Then we have cufflinks, so that you can remember these cufflinks. Cufflinks also designed in the form of these are old stock. We had since 2016. That's what we distributing now, what we made that stuff. So I once more want to place on record for this Valedictory Exco that I do appreciate all of you and wish you well. Thank you. Declare that this Exco is dissolved. This Exco is now adjourned. That's correct. That is adjourned indefinitely. Can we hear from Mr.
Yes, sir. Your Excellency, but for the respect I have for you, I would have wanted to filibuster all the proceedings today until my previous motion is reconsidered and approved. It was already approved, but in the last Exco we revisited it and no definite decision had been taken, which is to name the international Anambra State International Airport after Governor Willie Obiano, Chief Willie Obiano, and we agreed and approved it at that time. And then later on we said we were going to revisit it, and we did. And then we requested that SFG do the needful by submitting.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Those in favor, raise your hands. Those not in favor, raise your hands. So it's unanimously adopted. Let's move on. Just to show that this place is cut out for this kind of meetings. You can host anybody, governors, whoever you want to host. And that small room there is for tea and what have you. So beautiful, well arranged. And the reason I asked Michael Concord to pray is because this is his territory. And they all did a good job. I must say they did a good job. We quickly, very quickly, go down to take group photograph. Then we come back for for the next session. That next session will be presentation of Vision 2020 by the incoming governor.
Your Excellency, on the 21st of November 2019, you inaugurated a 60-man men and women committee. Charged them to look into far into the future, essentially a 50-year perspective, to begin to think of crafting a development plan that will guide successive administrations after you in taking their state to the promised land of a prosperous and self-confident homeland. You pull them from different walks of life, from the academia, from markets, from town unions, everywhere. They were all there, represented in that committee of 60. And you asked a prominent and indeed one of the prominent sons of Anambra, Professor Soludo, to chair that committee. And fastidiously, is the one coming in to succeed you. That committee worked over a period of time. The initial work, initially the work was disrupted by COVID-19 because the committee had embarked on extensive consultation across the state and beyond. Then NSAS came and the challenges of election also came. But the committee has worked very hard, visually, online, made some consultations as well. The committee, and I believe the chairman will probably say a bit more on the extensive consultation that was done. Your Excellency, that work is now ready because according to what you said at the inauguration, after your first 4 years in office, it became very clear to you, like you said, that the state needed a long-term roadmap, which successive administrations can probably tweak as the time changed. That report, we are able to announce today that that report is ready and is coming at the right time. So, Your Excellency, with that, permit me to invite the chairman of the committee, who is also the governor-elect of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, to take it from there. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, just like the Secretary has said, we've come the mission. And the committee, some of our members are here to present to you the report of the committee that you inaugurated. But before I do that, let me say, coming into this place, and this is my first time coming in where you are having an Exco, and today I'm privileged. I met you before, but that was in a different context. That was when we were coming to ask for your support and so on. And today, I'm coming at the time when you are saying, this is the last Exco. Unfortunately, that time that I went, we couldn't have the privilege of the presence of His Excellency. And today that I have this second privilege of meeting you before the end of let me join in thanking you. I'm pretty sure His Excellency probably done that, but also now to thank both His Excellency. That would be an auspicious time to do that for him, but more so even to all of you for serving Anambra State. Right? And it's quite how do you call it, very auspicious that this particular special valedictory session of the Exco is happening at a peculiar, very outstanding venue, the venue of the ICC, which was officially commissioned yesterday, and you are launching it with a very formal official session today. And I want to say congratulations to you, Your Excellency, and congratulations to all of you for making it happen. I can see Mr. Mike there, the commissioner that completed the rest. I also saw the other one. I know the other one at the other end. I recognize, I know him when he was running to this place up and down. So I want to thank all of you. You've served Anambra well, and the results show. From the international airport to the international conference center. And here today we are meeting. It just says something about the destination of Anambra, and that is that smart mega city that will also be an international city. And that's actually the whole essence of the Vision 2070, which we've come to present, the blueprint, the plan today. So I want to thank all of you while thanking you for Anambra. Let me never forget to thank you for your special, intense, and overwhelming support to me and Dr. Onyeka Ibezim for the last governorship election. I think together we all did it. Together, God used all of you, and particularly also His Excellency, in making sure that we've reached to the stage where we are today. I want to thank each and every one of you for the various roles that you played, and I know you all played outstanding roles. And to also say that going forward, in a week's time, by the grace of God, there will be a new administration, but really, say continuing administration, isn't it? Because Nankabo Gene can. And I want to say, while His Excellency may bid you by as members of the Exco, let me on the other side also say welcome, because you aren't going anywhere. We are all going to work together. I mean, we'll be calling on you respectively, individually, depending on where we need your help. We need everybody's help, let me put it that way. But the roles may differ from time to time. But I also ask you, even if we don't ask you, to volunteer. Volunteerism is the word. When we had expression of interest, about 20,000 people, 20,000, a little over 20,000 expressed interest. Close to 4,000 of them were actually volunteers. You know, people who say, we don't need any payment, we don't need any office, we don't need anything, we don't need any appointment. We just want to contribute for the Anambra's greatness. We're going to volunteer our time and treasure to make Anambra great. And I want to say that you are all welcome on this train, whether you are directly involved or you are on the other. We're all together in the Anambra project. Thank you very much. Just to say that what we are presenting today is a complete document, albeit still a work in progress. It's a work in progress because there are still aspects of this that will still need to be completed. For example, there's supposed to be an addendum volume in terms of SWOT and SWOT analysis and needs assessment of all the 179 communities in Anambra. That's supposed to be an addendum to this report. It isn't yet there. And we recognize as well that every such report is a living document. And periodically it will be undergoing revisions and so on in line with the changing times. It's almost impossible, given today's world of continuous disruptions, to fully anticipate all the challenges, all the opportunities and risks for the next 50 years. Don't even know what technologies will come in the next 10 years and totally render obsolete many of the things we're thinking about today. And so, this is a living document. But Your Excellency, what makes this document, and I want to say this, a feature of this document, is ownership. Ownership. We strove the much we could to make this an Anambra plan rather than a government plan. It's also stated inside here. And that is to ensure that it is broadly owned by a large spectrum of Anambra stakeholders. We embarked on extensive consultations of many stakeholder groups, market unions, trade unions, the church groups, various church denominations. In fact, the three major ones, the Pentecostal, the Anglican, the Catholic. We went around, consulted widely, political appointees, traditional rulers, the Anambra Elders Forum, like I said, markets and ASATU, and so on and so forth. We traversed Anambra just to be sure that we gave the Anambra an opportunity. We also had a call for the Anambra, everybody, to be able to send in their suggestions, their ideas, and so on and so forth, so that this can truly be an Anambra plan. So that successive governments, irrespective of political party affiliation, could say, we are part of this. And this has been very, very fundamental in the character of the report that we are about to present. And finally, to thank all the members of the committee, whether you are here or not here. Your Excellency, these men and women that you put together, well, a few of them fell by the wayside after the inauguration. We didn't see them again. But there were quite few. But I must say, we also co-opted quite a number. And that these men and women worked pro bono. They donated their time and talent free of charge. And I needed to put this on record. In fact, in the preface that I wrote for this, I had to make this point. Because, if we were to pay them for their charge-out rates, I'm pretty sure we may need a supplementary budget to pay for that. And then also to thank you, Your Excellency, for the opportunity given to the committee to serve the people of Anambra and in producing this. And finally, for me, there is something personal about this. And that is that, as you said at the beginning, Your Excellency, when this was consulted, you didn't know, I didn't know, I will be Governor-elect presenting this report, not just as chairman of the committee, but also as Governor-elect of Anambra. And so all I say is that by the grace of God, from Thursday next week, given the ownership, the broad ownership of this, what is here, that the implementation of this plan will begin with the next administration. That I want to assure you, Your Excellency. That's always the bane of plans, long-term plans. Because somebody draws, somebody shepherds the plan, the other person comes and you throw it under the carpet. I want to tell you that my transition committee, as one of the working documents that they used, background document they used, preparation of the transition report, happened to be this document and my manifesto. So it's to say that already Vision 27 plan is already taken life. And on this note, Your Excellency, it is then my humble pleasure and honor to present to you this report, and we're going to present this big one, this one, wrapped. It doesn't because His Excellency is going to formally unveil it, as it were. Just 2 copies here symbolically. We've gotten delivery of quite a number down there, but I wouldn't fail, to be remiss of me if I failed to mention the assistance of PwC, which is the consultant that worked with us and is the help to put the final thing together and got it all printed nicely, looking quite nice. So, Your Excellency, it's now my great pleasure to formally present the Vision 20, Anambra Vision 2070 report to His Excellency, the Governor of Anambra State. Thank
I want to very deeply appreciate your contribution. I followed through all these months. This exercise took about 30 months to be delivered. And like when the Secretary of State Government was speaking, part of the delay was the COVID that came at some point, and but beyond that, the team, about 60 of you, worked very hard. And today, we have something that we can call our own, Vision 2070, for all people wanting to rule Anambra State in the future. They may not have to adopt this 100%, but they will pull a lot of it, put in a little of theirs, the way I believe Lagos State is going with the kind of document they have, and with that, Anambra will never stray. So I'm really happy that my leadership was able to achieve this, and I want to personally thank the governor-elect for finding time. I know how long you guys stayed at the Golden Trolley Hotel, walking through the night and all the stuff, all the presentations and what have you. So I deeply appreciate that effort, and on this note, I want to say that I have accepted and adopted this vision. Don't forget that we still have some days before handover. So if there's anything I can do from it, I will do something before I hand over, so that it continues. One thing I want to reassure, like I've done before, the governor-elect, is that governor-elect is my own. It is my project. Complete. It is my project. And I want to reassure him that he's going to have a seamless transition, But having said that, I'm still governor until midnight of 16th of March, and I don't intend to relinquish any of the vestiges of power. So his handover note will come then. My office, which is a vestige of power, will also come after the 16th, as we've been sworn in. This is the normal way to do it. Because anything you do in between, the lawyers will tell you have abdicated, that's the word they use, abdicated your responsibility as a governor. I do not intend to abdicate mine. I want to sit through it and ensure that I make sure that the incoming administration will not find any challenge when they come. They'll just walk in and start working. That I promise. One more time, I want to congratulate the members of this Vision 2070. And use that opportunity to thank all my Exco members one more time. This is our last Exco. And some of you may join the new team, like he has already said, certainly not as volunteer. Next time. Because you have to take care of the family. I'm sure you will find some of you very useful in his administration. Because I don't foresee a situation where he will back a new Exco that is brand new, being guided by permanent secretaries. That would be a little tough to go. But in some very critical ministries, he may need some old hands to steer the ship for some time, so that he gets acclimatized with the environment. Then those guys can now give way for other people. On this note, let me thank the governor-elect. God bless you all. God bless Anambra State. Thank you.
With all our hearts, we pray and ask. God bless Anambra. God bless the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only